Hi everyone, good evening. Okay, so few announcements, right? Um, we found few of you in the batch are from different background and you really need help in Python, right? And people basically from non-technical background, I think you need some recording to learn Python. So we discussed and entire Durga sir's recording will be given to everyone. Okay. So you know how Durga sir teaches, right? So it's very, very great videos. 175 hours of video and everything is there starting with core Python exception handling, file handling, your class, object, everything, entire Python, starting with how to install Python. All the recordings are available. It is 175 hours recording. All the students will get access. So people who have already enrolled, please reach out to DurgaSoft, right? I think they from their side only they will add you, but you just need to give your email ID or something to log in, and from the portal, DurgaSoft portal, right? You can directly watch the videos. This is something for everyone to learn Python. If you already know Python, you can skip. But if you are from non-technical background and you really don't know how to start, no need to spend time, right, searching videos from internet. I think Durga sir's videos are very, very good. You can select topics. No need to watch all the videos now. I'll let you know the topics. In fact, the topics are already available in the syllabus. You can check. Only those topics you can go through as of now. After the course is completed, you can go through the other topics like decorator, generator. For this course, it is not required. Right? Why? Because we have our own tools for data manipulation. So core Python, and then you can go with class, object, exception handling, file handling, and then I think we are done. So I think this is what you should learn in Python as of now. But you will get all the 175 hours of recording. That's just, I wanted to update you, everyone, right? How much time it will stay with you for 6 months? I think 6 months is a very good time to complete Python if you are beginner. So don't worry about Python, right? If not now, after the course also you can learn Python. The course recording will be there with you, both MLOps and Python for another 6 months. So you can repeat some of the concepts and you can learn, right? And this is for everyone, not only for non-tech or tech. It is for everyone. Whoever have enrolled, you will get access to Python recordings.
Yeah, it does not matter if I enroll directly with you. Still, I'm going to get the recording.
Yeah, Saurabh, to you, I will talk to you, Saurabh.
Okay.
You can ping me, yeah. You'll also get Saurabh. If you want, I can tell them. It's not like the Durga sir is really nice. And
Okay.
I'm also getting a lot of opportunity outside of DurgaSoft. But I am sticking to them because I really don't know. Maybe if you have a little here and there experience, that is not because of Durga sir. Maybe the management, maybe they're also super busy, right? They're handling a lot of calls. But honestly, Durga sir, as a person, I am working with him since last 3 years. He give freedom to the instructors. You will not get those freedom in any other institute. In fact, if I will join Scalar, my friends are teaching there in Scalar and in Upgrad. I got an opportunity to work with Upgrad one-to-one mentorship, right? Having said that, they control you so much. As an instructor, you have to follow their syllabus, their timeline, everything. I mean, they will decide and you need to follow, right? And sometimes you don't agree with them because you are also working, so you know what is going on in industry. And that freedom is not there. But in DurgaSoft, even though it is not my institute, they'll make me feel like it is my institute. So that much freedom they have given. Everything I will decide, course content, the price, the time, everything. And the team is really supportive. So Durga sir is really nice person as a person. It's not like so much commercialized, commercial mindset, right? He's
Yes.
you can know many of you already. And his recordings are also very great. So he just go from scratch and go to very advanced level. So Saurav, I will also add your email to the folder, right?
Okay,
No
sounds good.
worries.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you attended morning class today, right, Saurav?
Yes, I did.
So why you joined again? It is repetition. Same
Yeah,
thing I will.
the reason
Uh,
is that I will every day join the morning batch, but the evening batch I'm doing during the office hours, so I may skip it because if I have meetings or something, but if I'm available, I will join just for the revision.
okay, no problem. It's up to you. Yeah. But it will be repeat. Just
Right,
wanted
right.
to let
I'm
you.
aware.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And if any one of you also, that flexibility is also there. I have discussed with the institute, they're perfectly fine. Not only you, but any one of you, if you are from US and you think this timing is not suitable, you can also join the morning 7:30 a.m. IST, right? Same thing. So if I one class, I think they are ahead of you, right? So same thing, whatever topic, everything is same. So if you want, you can join morning. Otherwise, you continue here. Your wish. Two time slots are available. Okay. Okay. Fine. So let us understand what we have seen in the last class. We discussed about pandas. It's a very important topic. And yesterday we discussed how to create data frames. We have two functions that we understood. Where is this? Okay, by the way, my Twilio interview experience, so I'll share my experience with you. I have selected in the second round and my third and last round. I think three more rounds are there. There's a concern though. I mean, I don't know, in the last round I may get rejected because of budget issue, maybe, right? But having said that, the interview process was super simple, and I can share you. This is the question they had given. I am not so much satisfied with the interview process, the coding test. It seems like the person who has taken the coding test, they themselves, I mean, I did not find the questions really interesting. It's boring questions. One of the question that they had given is this one, right? Using NumPy. So uh, that's why I have copied the question, though it is not allowed. But this is the question, right? It's a coding test question and live question. Your video should be on and browser should be shared. So it's hacker rank. If you are aware of hacker rank, they track everything, whatever you are doing in your machine, right? So don't think you can use ChatGPT. But I really don't understand why they give this kind of questions where people can easily code. I was thinking some strategic questions or problem solving question they will give, but it's a simple linear regression implementation that they have given, but not using sklearn from NumPy. Remember, I think in your class I told you, right? Many of the things that nowadays we are doing using sklearn. The question is, this is X and this is Y. We have this array, two arrays, and to implement logistic regression, basically. Logistic regression is, you will not understand what I'm talking right now. You are far away from machine learning. But in simple terms, what is the question? The question is to implement a machine learning algorithm from scratch without using sklearn. So if you use sklearn, it is just 3 lines of code, but using NumPy. So when you use NumPy, you have to write the functions from scratch, match to function. For example, one of the functions, let's say this is 1 by 1 plus e to the power of minus x. This is the sigmoid equation. So this is the function using NumPy. I think most of you were not clear, right? Why we are learning NumPy. Now you can understand why we are learning NumPy. Having said that, don't worry. I think, I don't know why they asked this kind of question, but based on my experience, it is the first time, and it's a very senior position. So they should have given me more complicated. This is easy one. Anyone can do it. I think they would have given me more complicated questions based on situation scenarios, and I was expecting to, huh. I mean, this is, anyways, that is their wish. So this is one question. Another other question I want to share with you. I told you yesterday what I told you. I told you I'm guessing something they will ask me related to NLP. They did not ask me exactly related to NLP, but I missed something. After going multiple times to their website also, I know they are into messaging. It was there in my mind that I need to go through Kafka and Spark streaming. I knew that they will ask questions from that area, but unfortunately I was so busy. It was just gone from my mind that I know Kafka, but like before interview, you just need to take a look, right? At least 5 minutes. So I have answered. The question was, a user entered into the website and immediately then and there you need to predict whether the user will buy the product or not. How you will handle it. Okay. So it's not a batch processing, it's a streaming. So you have to answer with respect to Kafka and Spark streaming. I have answered. I don't know, but I have answered based on my knowledge, right? It's not a machine learning problem. It's a data pipeline creation, how you will collect data. There are producer, consumer, topic, right? So there are a lot of categories, right? Basically, this is the question. So 2 questions, 1 hour. And this question you have to solve in 30 minutes. And the first initial 30 minutes, it's about the problem statement that I have told you, right? So they are basically in summarized way, the topics were from Spark, the topics were from Kafka, and the topics were from NumPy. And what you can observe is in my CV, I have not written anything related to Kafka, but they asked me question about Kafka. And that's what I was saying you yesterday. It does not matter what you have written in your CV. What matters is what they are looking for. It's my mistake that I have not prepared enough for Kafka. I told the answers, but I myself would have done it better. The second question, it's a machine learning algorithm to implement from scratch, which is a very easy question, I feel, right? Why it is easy? Not because you have to write it from scratch, because nowadays, why they're asking these questions, I don't know. What is the purpose? Let's say I'm not able to write it. So what? I know the logic. I know the mathematical background. I have a scale on. What matters is solving problem, right? Coding. So what if I cannot write using NumPy? How that matters, right? They would have asked situation-based question. I can guarantee you this interview was much easier than Paytm interview, right? The way the questions they're asking, simple. But I hope this is clear to everyone. This is what it is, and you are scared, right? I will not clear data science interviews, and I will not be able to uh, uh, kind of crack it. It's not at all difficult. You will get questions from very, 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 very scratch level, from fundamental level. If you are okay with your fundamentals, see what I was preparing transformer, I was preparing bot, because I thought it is NLP, lot of things, but I forgot basic things like Kafka, Spark, and they asked me all basic questions. Are you getting? So my teaching is helping me in a way. You can see this is the algorithm and optimization and all that. So I have tried, and then there is a less time. So I implemented in HackerRank website. So you got the idea. So there are basically, these are the rounds that you will go through. First is your screening round. They will just ask you about your background and all. But the first round is basically coding test. And I found the coding test questions by other organizations where PayPal, right? I have had an interview with PayPal, and they are totally into data structure. If you are applying for Google, PayPal, those kind of Goldman Sachs, right? The interview pattern is different. So they will not ask you, even though it is a data science machine learning role, they will ask you questions from data structure, core Python concepts. But 80% of the company will ask you coding test from your machine learning part. In fact, machine learning is easier to crack than data structure, because being a data scientist, you might be forgetting data structures, right? And one of my experiences, even though you do wrong, you are not getting very good marks in data structure, still they can consider you if you have outstanding profile, and they're really happy with your project experience. You have really answered the question well. They might take you. In my GS interview, out of 20 numbers, you will laugh at me, I got just 7 marks out of 20. And that's a data structure question. I totally forgot, right? But they took me to the second round, third round, and I cracked the interview also. So what matters is sometimes their requirement and your profile match. Whole story in one line. Any interview you are applying for, any interview you are applying for, it's not what you have done. It's all about what they are doing. You need to go to their website. You need to understand their products. Based on that, you are smart enough, then you can guess what kind of questions they may ask. Choose those topics. If possible, one or two projects, fake projects, that's fine. You can add in your CV, tweak it and add it. Similar projects you practice there. See, this project I have downloaded from internet, very nice project. I was practicing this, one of the projects, right? Like this, you can practice projects that you have written and then go for interview. Easily you can crack. Very fundamental level question. And this is what is an example in front of you. I'm showing you this real time. This is a very senior level position, 11 years of experience. If you are applying for junior level, questions will be even more easier. For a senior person like 11 years of experience, they're asking linear logistic regression, which is a very, I mean, I will say it's, I don't know, the interviewer they have selected might not be a good person to take the interview. He's a junior person. He himself has 4 years of experience. So he doesn't know really how to frame question correctly. But you got the idea. That is what my observation. I found only PayPal's interview was difficult because really lot of data structure questions. Rest all interviews are very fundamental, very fundamental. Even if they are Python questions, very fundamental. If you know string, if you know NumPy, if you know pandas, all of this, easily you can crack coding test. And once you are cracking coding test, 70% chance that you will crack interview. Rest all round you will clear. Right? Okay. Hope this is helpful to everyone. Anyone in future, if you are planning to apply for Twilio, then this is what you can expect, right? Okay. So coming back to pandas, we understood about creating data frames, right? We understood about creating data frames. And we have two methods, read and data frame method, read CSV and data frame method. So from any existing data structure, we can create a data frame using data frame, and from any file, we can load it using read, and then we can write it using do. We will understand about a very important function. Let me run it if it is working. Okay. So what is my DF2, right? So DF2 is my data that I have. Okay, let me start it from scratch. So this is an insurance data. You can see I'm reading this file here. This is an insurance data. I have age, sex, BMI, children, smoker, region, and expenses. So these are the columns available in my CSV file, which I'm loading into a data frame. Now, what I want is, let's say your client is asking, you know what, can you tell me what is the average age? What is the average BMI? What is the distribution of children column? Right? So expenses, can you give me median of expenses? So all of this thing you can do in Excel, right? You have summary statistics. You click that and you will get all the values. Sum, mean, maximum, minimum, all that. How can you do that using pandas? So you have a function called describe method. Just call this describe method, and what exactly it is giving you. For every column, for every numerical column, you will see count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, 25%, 50%, 75%, maximum, all the values. For every column, you will get all the values, numerical columns. And it is so easy, just one simple function you are calling, and then for, if there are 3000 column, for all the 3000 column at a time, you will see all the 7-8 parameters. What is 25%? What is 75%? Don't worry. In the statistics class, we will understand. Basically, these are quantiles. First quartile, second quartile, third quartile, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, mean, count, everything you can know. This function you need to remember. Many often we will be using it. Another function that we have discussed is info method. Yesterday we have discussed, right? It will give you information about your data. Now, what we are trying to understand today is something called filter operation, filter. So what do you mean by filter? Filter means selecting. Filter means selecting one row, multiple row, one column, multiple column. Filter means selecting. How to do that? So df2 dot head of 1, head of 1. So I just want to filter all the records where let's say number of children is greater than 3. Filter operation. Okay. So what I can do is, this is called conditional filtering. But before that, let us understand simple filter first. How to select any column. One column, multiple column. It is very simple. You just need to write all the column names within 2 brackets. I want to select age column, and then I want to select, let's say, a region column, right? These are the 2 column I'm selecting. So write all the column names within bracket. This is how you will select columns. What you can do, this is how you can select columns. How to select rows. In my case, if you look at my data frame, 1, 0, and like that, right? So let me again rerun. Let me load the data again, right? So if you look at my data, in my case, my rows are not user defined. It is default. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see. How to select rows? You have 2 options. If you are using default indexing like 0, 1, 2, first, you can write the name of the rows within bracket, like how you're writing for columns. Let's say I want to select 0 row. I want to select a third row, and I want to select first row. But how to differentiate whether this is column or row? Because column also you can select like this. Instead of age, you can write 0. And instead of region, you can write the index. So to differentiate between column selection and row selection, you can write a parameter called LOC or ILOC. In this case, I am using index. So ILOC. Index means what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the numbers, right? If I just write ILOC, you can see that all my 3 rows are selected. Where I can use LOC and where I can use ILOC. It's a very big confusing thing for many of you, right? So if I again look at my DF1, in my case, in my DF1, I have names for my row. In DF2, I don't have names. It's default 0, 1, 2. But in DF1, I have names, row 1, row 2. Whenever you want to use names, you can write LOC. ILOC means index, LOC means name. And you will write the name. I just want to select row 1. And after that, I want to select row 2. Just run this. You can see the rows are selected. Sorry, only 2 rows are there, so I can select 1, right? So you can see the first row is selected. What you have understood so far, how to select row, how to select column. So column, directly you can write the column names. For rows, you can use either ILOC or LOC. Where to use what? Based on what is present. If default indexing, then you can write ILOC. If only indexing, you can write, means named indexing, then you can write LOC. You can ask me one question, how can I select subsets? Subset means some rows and some columns, okay? Let's say I want to select first column and second row. First column and second row, or first and fourth column and second row. Something like that, a subset. What you can do is you will write the data frame name within brackets. You first write a comma. What you will do, first you will write a comma. Before comma, you will write all the column names. Sorry, all the row names. I want to select 0th row. I want to select 3rd row. I want to select 7th row. And then after comma, you will write all the column names. I want to select age column, right? And I want to select, let's say, BMI column. And you will run it and I'll get error, because here also you need to write either LOC or ILOC. I will pause here and I want you to guess, because if you guess wrong, you will remember. Can you guess what I should write, LOC or ILOC here? You understood that ILOC means index, LOC means row name, ILOC means 0, 1, 2. Now in my case for rows, I have default, but for column, I have names. Actually for rows, I do not have name in my data. It is all default, right? What I should write, LOC or ILOC? What is correct? When I'm selecting subset, one row which has no name, so I'm using default. Column has name, so I'm using name. So what I should use? ILOC or LOC?
ILOC.
Yes. Okay, any other answer? ILOC will throw you error because whenever you are using ILOC, you should remember all should be number. Now you can ask me, okay, I mean, I have used rows number, but columns are not numbers here. Columns are names. In this case, if any one of them has name and in other has no name, and you are using name, right? Then you have to use LOC, not ILOC. Now, how you can use ILOC in this case, can anybody guess? If I have to retrieve the same data but using ILOC, can anybody guess what modification I need to do? Guess, age and BMI, what I need to write? Index, right? So what is the index of age? 0 and BMI is 0, 1, 2. Now, if you are using all, this is ILOC, right? If you are using all index, then you can write ILOC. But if you are using name, right, you have to use LOC. Right? So what you understood, you can select one row, one column, multiple rows, multiple columns, subset, LOC, ILOC. So using all of this concept from a data frame, you can extract anything. Whatever you want, you can extract columns, rows, combination, anything. Right?
Ma'am, can you please repeat LOC, ILOC once again, please? Just to bit confused.
Okay, sure. So ILOC, okay, who can repeat, who understood? Want to explain others, please? Any one of you? Where I will use LOC and where I will use ILOC? Any one of you? If you don't speak, I will name and then you have to explain. Sudhakar, you are joining 2 times. Why it is coming 2 times? So please join 1 time.
Yeah, sure.
LOC is using by row and ILC is using by column.
No.
ILOC, if both row and columns are indexes, then we use ILOC. But if one of the row or column is a name, like alphabet, then we use LOC.
Yes. So LOC means, see, both are useful for selection. We are selecting, then that's the reason we are using LOC or ILOC. Now the question is where to use what? Now you look at your row and column name, right? If you are using name means user defined name, then you will write LOC. If you are using index like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will write ILOC. Index means default indexing. So for example, Sudhakar, can you tell what is the index of age? What is the index? Age is a user defined name. You can write the first column. You can extract first column by writing age. Also, you can extract the first column by writing 0, isn't it?
Yeah,
0.
yeah, 0, yeah.
Right? So if you are using default indexing ILOC, if you are writing just the name, then it is LOC. Right? What if you don't want to select just rows and columns or subset? In fact, you want to filter. So filter is different, selection is different. Selection means you're just selecting. Filter means based on a condition you are selecting. Same thing you have already done it, right? In Excel. So you have filter operation, age is greater than 20 or BMI is less than 50. Oh, sorry, 2 or 3 or something like that. So how to do filtering based on condition? So let me show you the data frame again. So this is my data frame, let's say head of 1. And what I want is I want to select all the records, right? I want to select all the records where smoker is equals to yes, right? What I want? Select all records where smoker is equals to 1. On which column I'm applying the condition? On smoker column. What is the condition? It should be equals to yes. Okay. Smoker should be equals to yes. So this is the condition. If I just run this, I will see true, false, true, false. So it's a Boolean. I want real values. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so in this case, what you need to do is you just need to write df2 here, close everything within brackets, right? Write the condition, close everything within brackets. And if you run this, entire data frame will be retrieved where this condition is satisfied. You can see all the records has smoker equals to yes. You can see 274 records. Total, we have 1337 records, out of which 274 were smoker equals to yes. So this is the filter operation. What kind of, can you add multiple condition? Yes. Let's say not only smoker equals to yes, but BMI is greater than 30. What I want, smoker equals to yes and BMI is greater than 30. So what is the other condition? BMI, the column BMI, right, should be greater than equals to 30. Where is it? Here. Right? So it should be greater than 30. This is another condition. So first task is I will write brackets before every condition. If I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any number of condition I can join, but before joining, I want to separate two conditions. So this is one, that is one, two conditions. Now what I want here is smoker should be yes and BMI should be greater than 30. So which operator I will use? And operator, because both should be true. Then only you retrieve. So true ampersand, right? Ampersand means and. If I write ampersand, it is and. You can see smoker yes and BMI is greater than 30. True. So all the records has been selected. Total 143 records. Right? Can I use or condition? Yes. Instead of and, you can write simply pipeline. So this is the pipeline symbol, which is or operator. Smoker equals to yes and, sorry, not and, or BMI equals to 30. So if you just run this, you will see that records, here it is no, smoker equals to no, but it has been selected because BMI is greater than 30. Right? Here it is selected even though the BMI is less than 27, sorry, less than 30. Because smoker equals to yes. So either or. Either smoker equals to yes or BMI is greater than 30. Then you select. Right? And there is one more operator called not operator, not. So not means negation. If you just write before the condition, who can explain what will be the output? Any guess? If I write not here, what will be the output? It is negation, opposite.
Smoker is equal to yes, and or BMI probably not greater than 30.
Correct. So, okay, let me make it easy, right? So that it will not be confused. I'll write here. So, smoker equals to yes. Reverse of that means what? Smoker equals to no. All the records where smoker equals to no, or let me make it and so that it will be clear to you. Smoker should be equals to no and BMI should be greater than 30. Then only you select. If you execute, smoker is equals to no and BMI is greater than 30. Right? Okay. My daughter, you give me 1 minute. Okay, any doubt in this? Any question?
Outside DF2 is around that is required for the subset, is it?
Sorry, can you repeat?
The DF2, there's an outside, we have one variable called DF2, right? That is required.
That is the syntax. That is the syntax. So
Okay.
the syntax is you write the condition and enclose it. Yeah, within DF2, the data frame. Right? Okay. So
one small question, ma'am. Probably could be very silly. Can we add this multiple conditions on multiple data frames?
Wait, we have not gone there. Multiple data frames.
Can be there.
Always, yeah. We will understand merge, join, concat. So
Fine.
multiple data frames will like merge multiple into one, right?
Fine. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So we understood how to select anything from your data frame, whether it is a conditional selection or maybe just a selection, and you understood how to create. But why, what all operations you can do? You can do a lot of operation on your data frame once it is created, right? And one of the most important operation as a data scientist you should know is called missing value treatment. So the whole goal of today's class is to teach you about missing value treatment. We will repeat multiple times. Every project that you work will have some missing value. Missing means what? Let's say this data your client has given. Many of the people may be confidential data. They might not disclose their age. They might not disclose how many children they have. Right? So they might not disclose their region where they're staying. So it depends on them. So if the value is not present, you will see a missing value or null, NaN, right? And you cannot simply take that data into modeling. Modeling means machine learning, means maths. Maths will not work with nulls. So what you need to do is before you jump into machine learning modeling, one of the pre-processing step is to clean your data with in terms of missing value. What are the options? Let's say your data is missing, right? Some values are missing. You have two options. Either you can drop it or you can fill it. You don't have any other option. You can delete it or you can fill it. Where to delete, where to fill, we will discuss later. But first, let us understand how to delete and how to fill. The drop function, drop NA, there is a function called drop NA. Yesterday we discussed about drop function, which will help us to drop, right? But now we are discussing, I don't know whether we have discussed drop function, yes or no? Yes, right?
No,
No.
No, we have not discussed, ma'am. We
Okay.
have not discussed.
No problem. We'll discuss, right? So let us first discuss this drop NA method. So what is this drop NA method will do? It will drop NA means what? Drop the nulls, right? NA means null. And there is a nice documentation. I'll rather take the same example. Sorry, DF2, right? So if you can see we have a lot of parameters. We will explore every parameter in this function. Why? This is, as I said, the most important. As a data scientist, every day you will use it. Every data, when you are cleaning, you have to treat your missing values. So we have axis parameter. What is the objective of this axis? It will control whether you want to do this operation row wise or column wise. So you can have missing values record wise or you can have missing values column wise. X is equals to 0 means row wise, 1 means column wise. But again, to confirm, you can always read the documentation. Go down and you can see 0 means index, 1 means column. Right? So default is 0. So if you're not writing anything, it will work at record level, row level. But let's say you want to only focus on a simple column, let's say age column. I don't want to focus row. I want to focus age. Wherever it is missing, you delete. So in that case, you will write X is equals to 1, right? We have how, we have thresh, we have subset and in place. We'll discuss everything. But before that, let us create some missing data first. I'll just copy this same example. We are using NumPy to create missing data. But in real time, when you're loading CSV files, if there is any missing value, you will see null, right? In your data frame, you will see null, NaN. Okay, so by writing these lines of code, I'm creating a data frame which has null values, right? So you can see I have 3 columns. It's a dictionary. I'm converting dictionary to data frame. Name, toy, born. Name, 3 names, and then toy, we have some np.nan, so null values, and pd.nat null values. So we have some null values. NP is not defined, so you have to import numpy as NP, right? Okay. Now looking at this data, this is how it is. Now we have some records in 2 columns where it is missing. I will first write a simple example, not any complication, right? Just df.drop in, nothing else. As x is equals to 0, default is 0. I have not mentioned anything about x. So default is 0 means row. Can anybody guess what will happen? When you understand x is equals to 0 means row, drop NA output of this code. Can anybody guess what will be the output?
We'll get only the row indexed one.
Correct. We'll get only row index 1. Entire record will be deleted. Let's say user vector. Let's say you have rows are user, okay, and there are 3000 column. Let's say the user has information for every column, but only for one column. Let's say phone number, it is blank. If you write drop NA, what will happen? The entire row will be deleted. 2999 column, for 2999 column, you have value for that user, but only for one column, you don't have value, but entire record will be deleted. That is the drawback. Lot of data you may lose, but drop NA, what it will do is without thinking much, if NA is there, delete. NA there, delete. Entire row you delete. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on columns. I don't want to delete based on rows. I want to delete columns. If I write x is equals to 1, now you tell what will be the output. What will be the output?
Only the first column will be there, name.
Correct. Only the first column. Again, this is also dangerous. Entire column may have 10,000 rows, right? But maybe for 4 or 3 rows or 1 row, the value is not present. The entire column will be deleted. In this case, toy and bond will be deleted. Only name will there. So you understood this x is parameter, right? There is a parameter called thresh. It is very confusing, very much. Please pay attention. You will otherwise get confused. Okay. So thresh equals to 2 if I'm writing. What do you mean by that? Many people, okay, thresh equals to 2 means I am focusing on at least to delete anything, to delete a record, at least. I mean, you can write 1 or 0 to control row or column. Let me delete this x's. You know it is row level, right? Now, what it will do, thresh, every row it will check if, when I'm writing it, thresh equals 2 means at least, it can be more than 2, but at least 2, not null, values should be present in that row. If less than 2, not null values are there, it will delete. At least 2. It can be more than 2, but at least 2, not null values should be there. Who can answer this based on what I have discussed? Who can answer this, the output of this particular code? I will be really happy if any one of you can answer. Guess what will be the output of this code if I write thresh equals to 2?
Only name and
Index
toy
1 and
column is
2.
there.
1 and 2.
Name and toy is
1
there.
and 2.
Born will be deleted.
1 and 2?
Yes, 1 and
Will
2.
be there.
Exactly. And when I was a fresher, for 2 years, I thought thresh equals to 2 means automatically will come to your mind because you're treating missing value. So it will come, okay, at least 2 missing values should be there, right? Then only I'll keep it. Otherwise, I'll delete. 2 or more missing values. If it is there, I will delete. 1 missing value, I'll keep. Like that I was thinking, but it is reverse. So not null, not null. Thresh is always, let me repeat, not null. Do not like take null values. It is not null. Thresh equals to 2, 3, 5, 7, whatever you're writing, that is for not null. So we'll count how many not null values are there. 2 or more than 2, you keep it. Less than 2, you delete. Now let's talk about first row. Do we have 2 not null value in first record? Do we have 2 not null value? No, right? We have only Alfred, which is 1 not null value. So this is not satisfying this condition. This will be deleted. In the second row, do we have 2 not null value? Yes, Batman and Batmobile. In the third, and I think all are not null. So in the third record, we have Catwoman and then Bullwhip. So we have 2. So what is the output? Output is, you can see only the second and third will be there. First will be deleted. And this is very much better than using just simple drop NA. This will actually control the data loss. It's not like blindly you are deleting. You are checking if the threshold is not matching, then only you are deleting, right? You can apply it for x's also, right? Anything. X is equals to 1. Now you can guess the output. Can anybody? X is equals to 1, thresh equals to 2. What will be the output?
Name and toy column.
Name and toy will be there, born will be deleted. Right?
But with Thresh
Okay.
2, we still have data cleaning, further data cleaning is required, right? Because NA and values there.
I'll tell you. Then you can fill it with whatever you want. You can use fill NA. You can fill it with any name or mean or median, whatever, right? I'll talk about fill NA. So, but yes. So drop NA is basically useful when you use it with Thresh. Okay. And the last parameter that you can remember in drop NA is the third parameter, that is how. It is not very useful. Normally we don't use it, but just for your knowledge, how has two options, all and any. All means what? Any guesses? All means what? You should remove this. All means what? Any guesses from this? If everything is missing, then only you delete. Entire record, entire column. Is it clear? And default is anyway any, right? Any is missing then. Any means if a single entry is missing, then you delete. So it's basically same as drop any. So any we are not using. All means what? All also sometime you can use. Let's say you got, it's very rare, but sometimes you get rows where it is completely null, filled with nulls. So all, is it clear? All means if all the records in that column is null, then only you delete that entire column. If any one has some value, so don't delete. But again, how is not so important. We really don't use how much. We just consider thresh and axis. These are the two parameters which are very important. Right? Yes, NAT is also considered as null. Everything is null, right? Null means no entry, no data. Now you asked a very good question. Even though I'm using thread, let me remove this excess, right? Still, I can see for some rows, NaN value, NAT values are there. How to handle this? So what you can do is you can use fill NA method. So fill NA, where you will use drop NA, where you will use fill NA. In the project class, we'll discuss in detail, but normally, if for a column or a row, more than 5%, 7% or 10% data is missing, or 15, 20, 30, 40% data is missing, it is advisable to delete that entire row or entire column. So don't consider it. 40% missing, how you will, I mean, it's not just, you cannot justify how you will feel it, right? But let's say very rare data is missing, 0.5% data is missing, 1% data is missing, and you know that that column is very important, you cannot really delete it. Feature wise, it is very important, then you should try to fill the missing values. And for that, we have method called fill NA. Again, if you take help, fill NA has something called value. We will be using value and excess. So what is value and what is excess? Excess, you already know, same thing. Value is a must mandatory parameter. You have to pass value. What value you want to fill with the missing values. In my case, it is a date which is missing. So I just have a default date. Let's say wherever it is missing, you fill with 1940 0101, right? And okay, you can ask me how I will know what to fill. You can ask your client, you can ask the domain expert, data expert, they can guide you. Otherwise, statistically, if there are no ones. Statistically, if you ask me, normally we take, if it is a number column, we take mean, average, and then we fill it. If it is a categorical column or text column, we take the median, mode, highly occurring, very repetitive, most common word, we fill it with that. Having said that, there is no hard and fast rule. You can decide based on your data. Sometimes the client can give you better answer if they are expert in the domain. For example, something happened, they know all the features, but the date is missing. A domain expert will be knowing the date because he is expert in that domain, right? For example, you have sensor data. You found for a certain day, all the records are very low, let's say 0.1 abnormal values, and the date is missing. If you try to fill it yourself, you have no clue. But if you take this to your client or domain expert, everything are getting like, this is June 25th, 2021. That day, everything, the abnormal sensor was damaged, so everything is bad. Are you getting? So it is always, there's no hard and like strict rule. Depends. Sometimes you will ask others if it is 5, 7, 10, 20 records. If it is millions of records, nobody will help you. You have to do it. So normally what we do is we feel it with average. We find the average and feel it with average. We find median, feel it with median. Or sometimes we just feel it with some text. Like here I'm just filling with some text. Your wish, right? So whatever you're writing, it will be filled with that. So field NA value, this is the only thing that you need to remember. Rest all is not important, right? So field NA and value, what you want to fill with. We have done a lot of things. We have done field NA, we have done drop NA. And to your surprise, if I look at my data, do you think anything happened to my data? Missing values are still there, right? Yes or no? So what happened? Here it is filling, here it is not filling. So what happened? It's just a view. If you really want to make this happen, you can write a parameter called in place. You have two options. You can assign it into a new data frame, and this new data frame will have these changes. Otherwise, if you don't have sufficient memory, let's say sometimes you struggle, right? Let's say DF is a huge amount of data. You are copying means wasting memory. So what you can do in that case, to do permanent change in a DF, you need to write in place equals to true. Not only in this method, in any method, whenever you are writing in place equals to true, what exactly it is doing is okay, what is that? I forgot. Capital?
It's a permanent.
I
No,
think you don't.
I know it is Boolean, so I think quotes you should not give, right? Capital, small.
Capital T and then other things and all small. No?
Oh, no. I can take help always. Yeah. Right. So in place equals to true if you write. So what will happen is that thing will permanently change, right? You just in place, it is default is false, but you can write true. TRUE, right? Okay.
But it doesn't correct the original file.
Sorry, can you be a bit louder?
No, it doesn't affect the original file, right?
No, it will affect. Now we want it to affect. That's why we're writing in place. If you don't write in place, it will not affect.
Okay. No, we are giving some path, right, for that file to be uploaded. So the original file will also be.
No. Original file is there in your local memory. I mean, on disk. This is in memory. Data frame is different.
Okay.
Right? Data frame is different. Your file is different. There is no link at all. Once you have uploaded into a data frame, gone. Like, all the things that you're doing is in memory. So if your memory crashed, let's say you shut down and it's gone. Again, tomorrow morning, if you run this will not work. Again, from scratch, you need to rerun. Are you getting? This data frame will not be there tomorrow. You need to rerun. Refresh. Okay. So let us do a quick revision what we have seen in today's class. So two basic major operation we have discussed. One is missing value treatment. Many time you will use it. Two option, drop or fill. If you want to drop in a method. And in drop in a method, we have two parameters. One is axis and thresh. Axis, row wise or column wise. If you don't write anything, everything will be deleted. Even if one single record is null, entire row or entire column will be deleted. But you can control that by using thresh. Thresh means number of not none, at least, will be there. Then it will not be deleted. Otherwise, delete. Sometimes you can feel it. So if you think like very small amount of data is missing and the column is really important, so you can feel it. You can feel with the mean, you can feel with the median, you can feel with anything that you want. And the syntax is fill NA value equals to what you want to fill. In both drop in and fill NA, we have something called in place, which will do permanent changes to our data frame, right? We also discussed about selection. Selection means row selection, column selection. Yes, one column, multiple columns, right? Where is that selection part?
Filtering.
Right? So we discussed about, I think it is, I don't know, it is here. Yeah. Right. So we discussed about selection. So multiple selection, single selection, right? Conditional selection, only rows, only columns, combination, everything we discussed. Filter operation basically. And yesterday we have discussed about drop method, right? No, drop method we have not. Okay, we'll discuss tomorrow. Renaming columns, drop. Date time method we have discussed, date time, right? Yesterday we discussed about date time. Any doubt? Is it clear, everyone?
Do we get, if we want to enter the median and mode values, we pick up from the describe function?
Yeah. So we have describe method from where you can pick the median. We have median method also, df column name dot. I'm not sure. Let me check, right? So for example, you can select, there is no number column. On number column, I think df1 has, right? So df1, you take the age column and then you can call median. I'm not sure whether it is there or not. Mean is there. Let me try. No, it is not there. So you can always check whether it is there or not. It is not there, but all of these things are median is there, na? It is not there. Okay. Is it mean is working? Age column might be a string. Okay, what is the solution? Let's go and check. Why this is an error? I think this error because age column might not be a number. How to check? So df1.info. Check this. Oh, df1 is this. Okay. Oh, this is a different data frame itself. Okay. So we can select maybe math column, right? And I want mean median. Math, spelling correct. Right. So you can get like this. You have all the methods, right? Is it clear? So there are describe and there is also individual methods.
And
What
mean
we have to
medians,
You can
select?
check.
mean
Okay,
medians are
just
the
1 minute.
averages. Then
Yeah,
how
if you
do we
have any
decide?
doubt like this, whether I can do that, do this or do that, always
Mhm.
tab. So if the
Mhm.
function is coming, right? Now the functions are coming. If the function is there, you can do it. Otherwise, you cannot. So simple. So we have mean, we have median, we have minimum, we have mode. So all of 4 operations I can perform.
So,
Right?
like,
Mean,
how do we
max.
identify, like, if we need to mean median mode, which one and what are the
So again, it
differences?
depends on the project to project. There's no straight answer to this. Depends on your data, right?
Okay.
Sometimes mean means numerical column. Sometimes mode you can use for categorical text column, right? And median
Okay.
also, if your data has a lot of skewness, we use median. So again, it depends on your data that you're handling, the column nature. Yeah. Okay. So one more last thing is, this is the last class. Monday onwards, the link is going to change and that is a permanent link. I'll share with everyone in the WhatsApp group. Please join through the new link. And if you have not confirmed your enrollment, yes, I think it's time to do that. It's already, the batch is formed and Monday onwards, because these are very advanced topics, you will fall behind, right? You will not able to, you don't have access. I think pandas is very important. You need to practice things, right? So better to decide. And if you want to continue, please go ahead. Otherwise, you can drop, right? Monday onwards, the class link I will provide. Whoever messaged me, I believe I have added everyone to the WhatsApp group. In case I missed anyone, please feel free to message me. I will add them. Okay.
Can we get the PySpark?
Huh?
Can we get the PySpark videos now?
PySpark videos. Yes. Yeah, you can message me. I'll add you.
Message in the group.
Okay. Can you offline? Can we discuss? You can message me. I'll reply.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ma'am, 7:30 morning link can you share, ma'am? I send you the WhatsApp message.
Huh, 7:30, whoever is joining, they have timing is little different. Monday, not Monday to Friday, it is Tuesday to Saturday because it is US and I want to give my Saturday time. It is Tuesday to Saturday, okay? Same 7:30, but Tuesday to Saturday.
7:30
Right.
AM Indian time.
AM, yes, morning.
Okay. Can
You
share
have pinged
the
me
link?
and I think that link also I will share with you, okay? I will share with everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow do we have class? No, right?
You can find me on LinkedIn. Whoever wants to connect with me, search my name, you'll get it. You can message me, I'll reply, right? Okay. Tomorrow we have class. Do we want class tomorrow? We can have class. Otherwise, I'm okay. If you all are okay, we can have class. Because we need to finish also on time, right? We cannot stretch it. Situation is very bad outside, so take this seriously. This is not good. I mean, don't know when there is a not only AI, the economy itself is down, right? A recession is there in US side, so that's why everyone will be affected. Anyways, that's a different part, but I think learning will always help you. I mean, doesn't matter what is the outside environment. Fine. So if you are all are okay, let us connect tomorrow for the class, right? Otherwise, we can connect on Monday as you wish. We normally don't have class on weekends, but this weekend, because we don't have many classes in this week, we can connect. Next weekend, there will be no class. Only this weekend, let's connect tomorrow. Okay?
Same time?
Same time, yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, can we have it little early if it is okay tomorrow because something else.
Early is fine, 9 o'clock. But again, there will be a confusion, na? People will get confused if I change the timing. If that is okay for everyone, let us connect at 9 p.m. I think that is better. 10 o'clock, it will be done. Complete, right? 9 o'clock, we can connect tomorrow. If you all are okay. Right?
Ma'am, 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. IST time?
Yeah, I mean, you can, yeah, let us stick to PM because otherwise it will be a confusion, right?
Yeah, on same
People
time.
will be confused.
What we have today.
Let us do one thing. Let us not change anything. Okay. Same time, everyone join. Otherwise, people will be confused. Many people, I think they have not attended today's session, so they'll be confused. So better to join at 9:30. Maybe we'll wind up by 10:15, 45 minutes, but please join at 9:30. No 9, same time, same link. No change. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.